Hello there. This came in the mail the other day from the usual place, as you can imagine, and I was already putting chain rings on it and intending to put it on the bike and forget about it because, well, it's just a crankset. But I thought to myself, maybe I should stop being an inbred mouth breeder and actually review it on the channel, because it's one of those cheap chain rings things you can buy on the usual place. So you might want to know whether this is worth its price. Okay then, this is the hero of our video today. This is a Prowheel Claw crankset. This particular version is 175mm long and in black. The 170mm version is also available in several anodized colors such as blue, violet, green, red, you know the drill. The bolt circle diameter is 104 by 64mm, which is bog standard for mountain drivetrains, and the rings are cheap and plentiful, and you can find them just about anywhere from several manufacturers. Fortunately, unfortunately, this crankset is meant for double setup, because you can't mount a third ring on it, because the arms don't have the machining, the pocket for a third ring, so you are limited to a single or a double setup. You probably can mount a bush guard here, but the tabs are very thick and they are angled just a little bit, so it's not going to, well, sit very well on it. The spindle is 24mm, so it is standard Shimano bottom bracket, and it is aluminum. The thread for the preload bolt is M18, which is fairly standard, although not the bog standard one. And you can find these beautiful anodized preload bolts on AliExpress, and I'm going to use one with this particular crankset. But I'm mentioning this because the IXF crankset has a non-standard thread here, so if you are going to lose the bolt, you're kind of in trouble. By the way, I bought this one precisely for the IXF, it didn't fit. The left arm is affixed to the spindle using the Shimano pinch bolt method, which is the superior one. So there's not much to complain here, although if your IQ is deep in double digits, you can mount your cranks in a variety of ways. And I guess if you're looking for a crankset for a hand bike, you can do this, but I guess you can do this with Shimano also. With the crank arms I've gotten chainring bolts, the preload bolt, and a pretty funny tool for the preload bolt. It doesn't really need it, but as you can see, this is the pretty fun star-shaped pocket and the shape for this wrench, for this tool. And if you manage to mount it correctly, it fits like a glove. Pretty nice touch, although completely unnecessary. The anodizing, at least on the black version, I didn't have the colored versions because they weren't available in 175 and I wanted to get longer crank arms. The finish on the anodizing is very uniform, very high quality, much higher quality than on the IXF I also own. The logos here are laser etched, so they're going to get dirty. Not a fan, but what can you do? As you can see, the pedal thread has been machined after anodizing, and it's the same on the other arm, and the arms are, or at least appear to be, symmetrical. So no problem with the IXF, where the left was further to the outside than the right. On the scale, as you can see, the crank arms with the spindle, with the preload bolt, which is the setup you're going to be using, weigh approximately 3/4 kilogram, so these are not light by any means. The weight of the arms can be explained because they are 15.2 millimeters thick, while on the IXF it's just 13.2 millimeters thick, so these are thicker, they are probably more solid. And as you can already notice, they are just an U-shaped forging, which is bog standard. I'm using the term for the third time today, but it's not bad. It's probably your level of performance, or possibly Z, because they are pretty thick, seem to be pretty solid. The first impression is pretty good. The finishing is much higher quality than on the IXF. There are no sharp edges anywhere or burrs. It's not perfect here, but it's not as bad as on the IXF. You can see that only here. Oh no, sorry, this one. Only this hole isn't really concentric, but I guess when you're doing a forging you just can't make everything fit perfectly. But there you have it. This is my first impression, so I don't know whether I'm going to be riding them and die because they are going to, I don't know, explode. But I have to say that I'm impressed. For $25, because this is the price I paid for them, they seem like a steal. I'm going to post more information about these once I get more information about these, but I guess I'm just going to be pretty happy with them because, well, I'm going to mount them and forget that they exist, and in a year I'm just going to find out that, well, that was pretty, well, uneventful, which is precisely what I want from a crankset. In the meantime, if you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel. If you like this video, also consider liking this video, you know, the thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, also thumbs up, I'm not going to complain. And I hope to see you in the next video.